Stream of consciousness. Let it fly. It is what it is. Fuck YouTube. Free thought. Maybe talking some truth, maybe talking some shit. Opinions that matter, opinions that don't even fucking matter. Well, there's only one way to sum this up. This YouTube channel, it's whatever. And that's the way I like it. Don't be scared. Just fucking build. Is there a destiny? Is there a fate? Well, some of you are not going to like the answer to this, but fuck yeah, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. But then you're going to sit back and say, well, shit, man, how the hell do you know? I keep telling you guys the same thing. The truth is evident. You either want to see it or you don't want to see it. So I'll show you the truth about destiny and fate in the most obvious of ways. If you actually look up at the sky, you'll notice, at least in the night sky, the stars don't really change that much. They stay exactly where the hell they are. The sun, even though the sun is getting older and older by the day, by the second, by the moment, just like all of us are, it is changing, but it's still staying in this one spot. The same thing with the moon. Yeah, everybody's revolving around the sun, even us, the planets. But notice that it continues to do the same thing, revolving around the sun. Everything, all the planets, everything has its place. Everything. Now, why the hell is that? What the hell is having its place? That lets you know that there's such a thing as fate and destiny right there. But let's go a little bit further. The law of entropy, that's one of the universal laws thus far that we've observed. Basically, in layman's terms, it means that sooner or later, something is going to fail, it's going to stop, it's going to die. They keep trying to create a device that can perpetually move, meaning that it never stops moving. It means a device that once you start it, it will never ever stop, meaning that the law of entropy won't apply to it. So far, they can't create this device. So far, the law of entropy, which basically, again, is a universal law seemingly, is not something that can be overcome or beaten. Now, here's the thing that you got to ask yourself. If there is no fate or destiny, then why the hell is there even a universal law like the law of entropy in the first place? Or, let's put it like this. How in the hell are we able to depend on a law like the law of entropy? Understand what I'm saying? You see, fate and destiny, a lot of times people think about it and, it's a bad rap. They're like, you know what? I don't want to be destined to do anything. I want to be free. I want to be able to make my own decisions. And there's an old video that I did in my previous channel that pretty much lets you know that you are not here to do whatever you want to do. It doesn't work that way. Not at all. There are things inside of you that mirror the universal laws. There are things inside of you that limit you, that keep you on a certain path, no matter what you do to break it. I'll make sure to link that video for you guys, because there is such a thing as free will, but it's totally not the ability to do whatever you want to do. No, even inside your own body, there is a destiny. Your cells, your synapses, your brain knew exactly what you were going to do before you even did it. Why is it that you can measure the distance between planets? Why is it that we can measure the distance between one galaxy and the next? Why is it that we have light years? If you can measure something, it means that point A and point B are static. They don't move. And as long as point A and point B don't move, that means that, yes, I can measure the distance between point A and point B. If you were in a reality, a universe of random occurrences, there would be no concept of point A or point B. The very fact that we can call something point A, that means that point A has a place, it has a space. But in a random universe, there is no points. The points are everywhere. We don't live in a random universe, which means that things can be measured. And if things can be measured, that means that they have a distance between them. And if they have a distance between them, then we can measure it. And if we can measure it, then we can observe it. And if we can observe it, then we can notice its tendencies. And if we can notice its tendencies, then we can learn the rhythm, its patterns. And once we learn its rhythm and its patterns, we learn how it moves. We learn why it does what it does for as long as it does. And we learn eventually that these things simply don't move. We realize that this planet is supposed to be here. This sun's purpose is to be a middle for all of these other planets that rotate around it. Whether life happens on these planets or not, it makes no difference. Not at all. The main thing is the sun does what it does. However, what happens on those planets is also a destiny, because the Earth is a special planet. Clearly, it has the most life that we've observed. It shows that its purpose, its destiny, is a life giver. The moon is not as forgiving. Saturn, Uranus, all of these other planets don't seem to be as forgiving as the Earth. The Earth has a purpose of sustaining life. The other planets, well, we haven't really divined their purpose yet. And see, that's the thing about destiny and fate. It takes time to figure out exactly what it is, where the eventual end is. It's the same as in our own lives. Every single day, we have no idea when we're going to breathe our last. It doesn't matter how old we are. It doesn't matter how young we are. We have no clue. And so you might sit back and you say, well, wait a minute, T. If everything has a destiny, if everything has a purpose, then what about bad people? Are bad people supposed to be here? Yes. Bad people are a part of something, just like the good people of the planet are a part of something. People that go astray, people that want to destroy versus build. These people, their purpose is to let us know that we have more work to do. Just as good people have their place in this world. Good people inspire other good people. Good people show you how well we work together versus apart. Good people are the universe letting us all know that we should be coming together versus being apart from each other. We are hardwired, destined to be social. And when we are not social, our minds don't function well at all. No human being is meant to be alone. We're not hardwired. We're not destined for that. Purpose, destiny, fate, it exists. Each and every one of us has it. Each and every one of us has a purpose. Each and every one of us has a fate. Every single person out here that is risking their lives right now, from the fireman to the drug dealer to the people that's taking drugs, abusing their bodies, to the stuntmen, every single one of these people that survive another day is testing their own fate. They say, you know what? I am going to risk death today. What are you going to do about it, God? Or what are you going to do about it, fate? I don't believe in you. And you know what fate does? Do you know what God does? Do you know what the universe does? It says, no, not today, motherfucker. Not today. Only when I let you know when your time is. But until that time, I gave you breath and I gave you purpose. And you do have a destiny. Your destiny can be to do great harm, or your destiny can be great good. Or your destiny can simply be a person at the right place at the right time to make something great happen. A stepping stone for the next Malcolm X, a best friend to the next Martin Luther King, a person that showed kindness to the world's next genius as they were coming up into this world. We're all connected. There are no small tasks. There are no insignificant humans. Even the children that die are significant, because as long as we know that they died upon birth, it is supposed to make us look at the medical field and do better. Do you understand? Because every single child, from the moment that they were a sperm trying to get to that egg, they had to beat thousands or possibly millions of other sperm just to get to that egg. You struggle to get here from the beginning. There is a fate. There is a destiny for us all. Even for those of you that feel as though, you know what, I never lived up to my potential. Well, that's the thing. You're still living your destiny. You realize that. And so maybe with that wisdom that you have, perhaps you'll see someone else who had the same gifts and potential that you did. And perhaps what you'll do is you will function as the stepping stone, the very, very necessary stepping stone for their greatness. And they will have you to thank you are still doing the universe's work. There are so many great people who had mentors, who had friends, who had parents to help nurture their gifts, their purpose, their destiny. What if they did not have these people? But that's the thing. The universe is very smart. It made sure that these people had everything they need to get where they needed to go. There are no insignificant jobs. There are no insignificant human beings. Every task, every human is important. Even if you are a soldier and you have seen bodies on the ground in Iraq or Afghanistan, and you sit back and say, what the fuck is the purpose of us even being alive? All of those bodies are meant to be there. They're meant to show us we are fucking up at an extreme level. And it is supposed to galvanize those. It's supposed to strengthen those who are connected to the universal force of balance. It will strike a chord in people like us. And it makes us go harder to make sure that this shit doesn't happen anyplace else. Everything, everyone has a destiny. There is such a thing as fate. And there is no such thing as you being able to do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. Free will is not what they told you it was. Free will is the ability for you to be able to conceive something and create it with enough time. It is a godly gift that every single human has. And all you have to do is sit back and realize the very real truth that everything that has ever been created was once a concept in a human mind. And that concept was given to us or given to that particular human being by the universe itself, because we are all connected to the universe, to the planets, to the stars. There are 4 fundamental forces: strong force, weak force, electromagnetism, and gravity. They are not outside of our bodies. They are through our bodies. They are through every single object in the observable universe. Gravity itself has infinite range. Do you understand what I'm saying? We are connected to different planets, to different moments in time, to different light years away. Everything has a destiny. Everything has a fate. Everything is connected. Look at yourself one day in the mirror and understand that you're here for a reason. And I can only pray that your purpose is that of good work versus bad, because then you're going to have to be dealt with in some way, shape, or form. But worse, you're going to harm others. And that's not what we're here to do. Save that for the beast. You're a human being. You have a higher brain function. You have a higher understanding. If you realize that, then you'll be able to tap in. Take good care.